Hello, my name is Jenny and I'm in the Manitou Springs Library. Welcome to today's edition of 2020 Book Picks. And today I have three novels for middle grade readers, and they all focus on showcasing female empowerment and feminine pride, and how these young girls in these stories have built themselves into strong, capable, resourceful sorts in our community. And I just think that's a wonderful thing to read about for everybody. Everybody needs to have these examples in their life. So let's get started. Very first book today is called Swallow's Dance, and this book was written by Wendy. It is an award-winning, beautifully poetic historical fiction story set in the ancient Bronze Age. That was about 4,000 years ago. And our main character in this story is a young girl on the verge of womanhood, and she's becoming a priestess. And readers will get to see how this ancient civilization interpreted geological events like earthquakes, and there was volcanic activity and tsunamis and all kinds of things, and how the people in her community interpreted those things. And the writing in this story is amazing. It alternates between this very action-packed paragraphs where just the walls are literally falling down and then this beautiful poetic free verse that it will bring tears to your eyes. It's so beautiful the way things are described in this story. And our heroine experiences pain and trauma and triumph, and she gains a new perspective about the world and privilege and living in a classless society and how she fits into that. And she learns some really great lessons along that way. And this book really balances female empowerment and feminine pride and finding strengths and resourcefulness in yourself. So I think this is a fantastic book, and I would love it if everybody could read this one. All right, so our next story. Let's see. This book was written by Jasmine, and it's called Other Words for Home. And it is a story about an immigrant Muslim family and their adventures in America, finding friendship, support, and women's empowerment. And it is also beautifully written. This story is all written in poetry, so if that's your thing, you are going to love that, because there are some sections of this book that are just beautiful. And I want to read you a little bit of the end here. This is actually in the acknowledgments section, so I promise no spoiler alerts. And it says, "To every Arab and Arab American girl, I see you. You are worthy. Keep shining." It's such a positive message. And in this story, you'll see how she struggles with coming to terms with being ostracized a little bit, but then fully accepted by her community and accepted by herself. And it's really a powerful story. Again, highly recommend this one. All right. And for our third story today, we have Willa of the Wood. Here we go. And this was written by Robert Beatty, and Robert Beatty's written some other great stuff too. The Serafina series, if you haven't seen that, I would recommend checking that one out too. But this one is a historical fantasy, so if you like more of like the imaginative worlds, this is for you. And this is Willa. She realizes that she's living in a society that has some real evil in it, and it needs a hero or a heroine. And that is Willa. She has to figure out what she's going to do, if anything, to solve the problems and do what's right. And so that's my final recommendation for today. This one is not written in poetry, so if you prefer your stories to be traditional novel style, this one will be great for you also. Again. All right. So thank you for joining us today. I hope to see you all again real soon. Thank you.